Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and this is a quick tip video for Grit and Valor 1949. Kind of a compilation of things I wish I knew prior to getting started. The first thing you may want to do is go to the Options menu, Gameplay tab, and enable Recruit mode. That'll make the game easier. It makes your units tougher and take less damage from enemies. This can be disabled once the game has been created. Now, your command vehicle doesn't have any sort of offensive weaponry. It does have support ability, but it doesn't actually shoot anything, so why not put it to good use? While your other units are busy fending off enemy waves and completing secondary objectives, go ahead and use your command vehicle to swing around back and pick up crates that might have been dropped by friendly airplanes in order to free up your units to do other things. There's only one strength of cover in this game, and as far as I can tell, it pretty much blocks all damage. There might be some exceptions, but it only blocks damage from one direction. So you kind of have to make sure that your unit is behind it in the correct way. Look for the little green shields on the ground, and you'll be able to see where the cover system is and where you should be standing in order to block damage in relation to your enemies. Now, Obi-Wan Kenobi knows the importance of high ground, and in this game, it's super important. When your units are above the enemy and you have the high ground, you do extra damage. Now, in addition to the whole high ground thing, there's also a rock, paper, scissors mechanic in this game. In this case, it's munition, flame, and explosive. In this case, munition beats flame, flame beats explosion, and explosion beats munition. Now, that's not to say that flame still won't do damage against munition, but one-on-one, typically, you want to make sure that you're on the winning side. That leads me into my next point. Everything that you do in this game is finite. Meaning, if you take health damage, that health damage does carry over into the next stage. Nothing just automatically heals. Your unit's special abilities don't recharge, so if you use them all in the first level, then you won't have them later on unless you pick up some kind of bonus that recharges them. So long story short, you gotta watch what you're doing. You gotta make sure that you're observing the weaknesses and the strengths of your units, using their special abilities wisely, and not putting yourself in any unnecessary danger. On that note, make sure you're using your tactical pause. It seems to be unlimited, so hit that space bar whenever you need to think about something. You can also slow down time by selecting a unit as if you were about to move it. And you can also slow down time by clicking on a special ability that a unit might have. And you can just simply cancel it instead of activating it. That will enable slow motion and allow you to make those decisions a little bit easier. Now, this tip is just a personal choice. I wouldn't always do what I say because sometimes I'm wrong, but I like the costless charge ability. It makes the ability have unlimited charges. It just increases the cooldown on it. So if you're worried about running out of charges, just take costless charge whenever it comes up. So, roguelikes and roguelites typically share one thing in common. They've got a map system, and you can branch off in different directions and fight different fights and take different power-ups or whatever the case is. In this game, you've got green missions and orange missions and red missions. That's indicative of the difficulty level. Green is like normal, orange is harder, and red is elite, I guess. And you get better rewards for doing the harder ones, obviously. But make note of the little symbols above the mission itself. Like if it's got bullets above it, that means that you're going to be facing a lot of those munition units, so make sure you've got some explosive mechs handy to counteract that. Speaking of roguelikes and roguelites, this game is the latter in the sense that there is permanent progression. So it is a roguelite. You're going to be getting better gear for your mechs, you're going to be getting Valor for your people, and you'll be improving their damage and critical strike chance and all that stuff. You'll be unlocking more things as you complete these research achievements. So you will be getting stronger as you go, and that leads me to the final and most important tip. Don't take losses too hard in this game. You're going to lose regularly. That is a roguelite. Typically, you're going to lose very early on your first couple of runs because you're just not simply strong enough until you start unlocking everything. So be patient and enjoy the ride. Well, there it is, short and sweet, trying to respect your time as always. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I put and publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.